What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike Rashid, and this is episode 4, Boxing for Beginners. Today I want to go over the jab, the importance of the jab. The jab may not be the most glorious punch. However, if done properly, it can do damage. There's certain people who had a really strong jab. One of them is Larry Holmes. He was famous for having a jab that can knock you out. Another one that, he may or may not get enough credit for is Floyd Mayweather. He has a really hard, stiff jab. He'll stick it right here in your solar plexus to take the wind out of you. If any of you know, anybody in combat sports, you're always taught to shoot for this target right here, the solar plexus. And for whatever reason, it sucks the wind out of somebody. But anyway, a stiff jab is easy to get in there. And the jab just sets so many shots up. So we're gonna go over I'm gonna show y'all why the jab is so important today. So many things that you can do with the jab. The jab, for the most part, is used as an antenna. Sometimes you'll see people kind of just holding their hand out a little bit, holding their hand out. And that's not quite necessarily a jab, but they're measuring their opponent, okay? And what that means is they're trying to see exactly where they're at, just testing their range, And I showed you guys in the first episode that if your jab, it always seems like the jab goes further because it's closer to your opponent. But if your jab is even close to your opponent, you can touch them with that right because your right goes a lot further, okay? Because of the way you twist your body. The jab, it's an important punch. It's number one for a reason, okay? It's also important to throw multiple jabs. People can win fights when they incorporate their jabs. So we're just gonna get into a little bit of that. I'm gonna show you some of Floyd's tricks that I've also seen Andre Ward pick up on from Floyd. And, we'll go from there, all right? And for the fellas that lift and don't really do any kind of combat sports, I'm gonna tell you this. You wanna be well-rounded. It don't have to be boxing, it could be karate, it could be Muay Thai, it could be jiu-jitsu, it could be wrestling. I personally, I've always boxed, but I learned a little bit of Kyokushin. I learned some jiu-jitsu, and you wanna be able to defend yourself and not just be a big muscle-bound dude that can't do anything with it, Oftentimes people will seem intimidating because they're muscular, but I've been around bodybuilders and muscular people so long, I'm like, no one should ever be intimidated by somebody just because they have muscles. 'Cause chances are they don't. Now, there's a myth that when you have muscles, you can't move. When you get to a certain level of muscularity, that kind of happens. However, I've seen Ronnie Coleman do splits on stage. So who's more muscular than him? So I boxed all my life and I also lifted all my life, which was supposed to be taboo. However, I learned that if you continue to do your sport, your athletic training, you're not gonna get tight, So, and maybe I don't have the kind of physique, the shorter arms, the shorter legs to get super stubby or whatever they call it. So I've never had that issue because I've always done my athletic training. So, fellas, do yourself a favor and just pick up a hobby, some kind of martial art, some kind of combat sport. It's fun. It's a lot of brain activity that you're using. And you don't want to just be muscle bound and can't do nothing with it but lift weights. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get into this jab business.
No.
All right, so number one, the jab. Basic. Okay? This is slow motion, y'all, so don't trip. So now, if y'all notice, a lot of people say, oh, you gotta keep your left hand out, you're gonna get hit. First of all, the back don't hit back, all right? So knock it off. Second of all, this is the type of defense that I choose to have my hand a little bit lower. It's more comfortable. I've fought like this all my life. When you're here, I've said it before, here, your vision is curtailed by the gloves. I don't really have much peripheral, right? And right here, my jab is in his field of sight, okay? When it's here, it's not, okay? So when fighters are watching each other, you should be kind of watching the entire body. but you're focused on that man's eyes, that man's face, that man's head. You shouldn't be looking somewhere else, okay? You should be right in here. So if he's right in here, he's not gonna see that come from down here. It's not in his plane of sight. So by the time he realizes it's coming, it's too late, okay? Watch. Okay, quick jab. All right, if you see my right hand, when I'm coming here, my right hand is here to catch a shot or parry a shot, okay? It's also ready to launch right after that jab goes. Now, I'm gonna show you something that Floyd Mayweather does that's very effective. He jabs to the body, okay? And that's not expected often, all right? So people don't expect it, so you throw them off. You may throw a few ones at the top. Man, they don't expect that, okay? And then what that does, you step into it, it hurts, okay? The body, now this is the thing. When you get hit, when you hit somebody in the head or the face, the chin, what knocks them out is shaking the brain, all right? Now, if they see a shot and they kind of absorb it, their glove takes some of it, sometimes a person will roll with it, so they're not really absorbing it all, they'll be okay. With a body shot, your brain don't shut down. It feels the pain the entire time, okay? Sometimes it might take 30 seconds to really set in, or you'll get hurt, you'll think it's gonna go away, and it don't. And it really takes a toll on a fighter. It'll zap his wind, his air, and it hurts. So set him up, it hurts, okay? Now, the beauty with that, and this is something my dad taught me, I remember the first few combinations he taught me. When I first started boxing, my dad would teach me a new combination every week. And one of them was a jab to the body, get the guy used to me coming down, his guard will kind of come down more, and then an overhand right, okay? So, see, overhand, I haven't touched out an overhand right yet, but an overhand right, it looked like somewhat of a haymaker, kind of is, but it's a tactic. So, boom, okay? They're protecting here. They get tired of taking that hard, stiff jab to the body, bah. And even if it ain't hard, it's a fighter's nature to parry a shot, to block a shot. So if they're parrying a shot or blocking your shot, their hands are gonna come down. They gotta do that to block the shot. And when they're doing that, the defense is down, you come with that overhand right. Just like that. That's a heart attack, all right? Bam, lights out. All right, so another thing that Floyd does is really effective is he'll give you a stiff jab up top, really high, right? And his jab will somewhat turn into a measuring stick. And Andre Ward does this too. While they got you here, they're gonna go to the body with a stiff right. Sometimes you'll see it up here for a while. They're measuring you. You can do that, that's allowed. So you're measuring your opponent, they're not expecting that. Okay? Or, okay. So, jab to the body, set them up with jabbing to the head, then jab to the body. Get them used to that. Okay? Bam, just like that. All right? Also, I showed y'all the 3 off the jab, the 3 off the 1. So we do it again. See that? Unexpected. Really unexpected. The jab does so many wonderful things. All right? So practice your jab. Look, in training, when I was coming up, sparring, we've done so many things. One of the things that I'll do that we would do as fighters is certain rounds, only jab. So that's something you might want to practice. Okay? So that's something you want to practice. I'm gonna show you one more. It's a power jab, something Andre Ward does a lot. You kind of step into the jab and it hurts the guys. Nobody's expecting the jab to be hard. You step into it, it's gonna hurt. Man. Boom. That's it. That's it for today. It's hot as hell out here. I'll let y'all later.